If you're getting ready for the upcoming Pop Warner season starting August 1st, watch this video and let me tell you why we pay for a custom helmet opposed to taking a standard issue Pop Warner helmet. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's JB On Demand. I am back. It's been a little bit here. I first wanted to start off by thanking my 73 subscribers for kind of just hitting that subscribe button, based off the two videos that I had before. I had mentioned initially that I was starting my own mobile tire business. I wanted to help people out, answering their questions, but also I'm a father with young boys and a young daughter now that plays sports heavily here in Southern California. So I wanted to take a few minutes and film this video regarding youth football helmets and why we, my family, pay for our own helmet for our son that's above average price compared to the standard team issue equipment that's given. So just wanted to spend a few minutes filming this quick video. And again, this is my son's start of his 4th year playing Pop Warner football, and just this past weekend we were finishing up with the baseball season, and we're talking at this after party about this upcoming youth Pop Warner season. And conversation that came up with me and two new fathers was equipment and what they should buy, what they shouldn't buy. I chimed in with some advice on recommendation. I gave my 2 cents on why we as a family provide our own helmets and don't take the standard issue. Being the start of our 4th year, I've bought and purchased the Rydell Speed Flex the last 2 years. My son has used, but we were definitely big fans of the Visors helmet. And the Visors 01, when it first came out, only available from the collegiate level up to the NFL. Really hard to get your hands on them. I was able to score one. I got it recertified with a company, Continental Athletic Supply up in Gridley, California, just outside of Sacramento. I'll put a link at the bottom for you guys to check them out. They're a really cool company, but they refurbish helmets. They'll repaint it, get it all certified. If you don't know, helmets are really only good for 2 years. So their in-service date is going to tell you either on the back here or inside here. In this particular one, it's a Visors Trench. This is a bad boy. This is a 2022 in-season year. So that tells me that this helmet is good for on-field use for 2 years, so up through the 2024 season. After that, the helmets, especially at a young youth level, they're inspected and they can fail before the game. So the referee, equipment, team mom, they're going to come around and take a look and make sure everyone's helmet is safe and certified. If it's not, your son can't use that helmet. You better have a backup. So it's important for certification. Continental Athletic Supply in Gridley, California is authorized for Rydell and Visors. So definitely check them out. That's definitely where I've got a bunch of my work done. And again, I don't have one. I just sold our Speed Flex from last year. But towards the end of the year, we were able to get our hands on a Visors 02, just the standard issue one. Really cool helmet, really lightweight. My son loved that thing. He used it for the last 2 games of the season. Unfortunately, he's in that pre-teen phase, so he's growing rapidly, and his head just outgrew it. We had to get a larger size. I was able to find a Visors 02 Trench. Now this bad boy right here is only worn by a select few NFL players. I know for a fact, what is his name? It's not coming to me. Nick Bosa, San Francisco 49ers, wears one of these, and his offensive teammate, I think it's Joe Staley, also wears one of these. There's a gentleman on the Cleveland Browns that wears one as well, but clearly it's a position-specific helmet. It has this front armor for additional support on top of it. If you strip this off, it's basically your Visors 02 standard helmet, but it does have an extra layer of protection inside of it. It really pairs up very well with this aggressive looking face mask. We're huge fans of it. I was absolutely honored to have an opportunity to get our hands on it. My son plays both ways. He is a defensive end and a right tackle, so he is banging in those trenches every single play. So it was important to me. And so why do we spend money on a helmet like this? This particular helmet, the Visors 02, it's close to $1,000. They're about $899 for the Visors 02, sometimes $799 depending on what website you look at. Why do we spend money on it? A Rydell Speed Flex, you're probably looking about $500 for a good quality brand new one in a youth size. We do it because we have an unwritten rule with my wife, that if my son is going to play Pop Warner football like I did, we just want them to have the best equipment. Any Pop Warner or league issued helmet is going to be something similar to what you're seeing right here. Maybe a Rydell Speed Icon, a Schutt Air Pro. They're just basic, economy helmets that the league buys for an entry level, but also it's cost effective for the league because they are buying hundreds of them for all the different kids to give out. They're still really safe, but to be honest, they're just standard issue. If you take a look at, the Virginia Tech helmet ratings, they have an institute that measures the safety and security of all the helmets based on impact ratio. The Visors 02 is the #1 helmet right now. The Trench is #1. The Visors 02 standard helmet is #2, and you'd still have the Rydell Speed Flex up there within the top 5 as well. There's some really great helmets out there, but it's important for us to make sure that our kid in today's game is fully protected in his head. The helmet is not going to make him any better. Not going to make him, might make him look a little bit cooler, but more importantly, it's going to keep him safe as he's banging around there so he can continue to turn in those A report cards for us. We're always a big fan of masks. Masks individualize it just like you personalize a car. So for us, last season when we used the 02 Lates, we ordered a specific, eye guard tri-blend mask, kind of a Triton style itself. It was really cool, it was fun. Made it look a little bit different than your standard kicker quarterback face mask. When he did in the regular season wear the Speed Flex, he loved the Zeke Elliott mask right here, which is always a really cool looking mask. But again, it just gives you a way to individualize your helmet for a cheap cost. I mean, these things here, Rydell Speed Flex, they've been out for years now. You can find a used one for maybe $50. And powder coating, Green Gridiron, again, I'll put a link down at the bottom. Green Gridiron will rechange this mask. If you send it in, they'll recolor it and powder coat it any color you want. I believe it's $35 roughly. So it's not bad at all. I enjoy getting these helmets and switching them around. We are a cowboy team, Pop Warner wise, so I'm gonna send this mask out here. I'll get it powder coated in navy blue. We'll eventually earn our stripes and our stars for the side to be able to, wear the cowboy helmet proudly. There's also different things that we do and we use, and these are the visors, the clear visors. Pop Warner has a specific rule that you have to have clear so they can actually see the eyes of the kids as they are playing to make sure they're safe. It helps with concussions and identify their state of mind when they observe or take a big or hard hit. So this one here is specific for the Visors. It's made by Oakley. And again, you can see the different contours of the helmets. The Visors 02 gives you more of a wide angle of the field versus this one here. It gives you more of just a straight on peripheral view. And the Visors 02, even the main Visors, the 01, its main thing is field view from left to right. So it just gives you that full peripheral all the way around. Really great helmet, great visuals. But for us, we go with the visor every single year because the kids at this age, they've got really small hands, and trust me, they get in it. And at the end of the game, you'll go congratulate your son after he's done talking to his team, and he's got a bloodshot eye, a pop vessel right here from some kid's little digit getting in the mask. So these are important. They're definitely important to have. They don't cost much. I take that back. They're probably around minimum $69. These ones here for the 02, the stuff is so hard to get nowadays. They had an acquisition from Schutt Sports, so they're doing some transition there, so inventory is limited. These are about 100. Shock makes great visors. This one here was $49. It's the 0G Plus, and it's specifically made for the Rydell Speed Flex helmets. And so it's got a great contour fit. So, we buy, again, just to sum it up, we buy a helmet and we pay the money for a good quality helmet for our kid to make sure that he's safe. Yeah, I'm sure he might look a little bit cooler, but more importantly, we just want to make sure that our boy is safe out there and he's wearing a good quality, high safety helmet out there. And so we put different things together. I wanted to thank you guys for tuning into this video. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see more youth sports stuff. Trust me, we dabble in baseball, basketball, football year round here in South Orange County. I'm also still planning on doing more tire stuff. Apologize, I've been delayed in getting back to your questions on tire business. I'm happy to dive in and get those answered for you quickly. We just had our third child, baby girl, so we're excited about that. I've been away, but we're back. Questions, hit me up in the bottom. Like and subscribe. We'll be back soon with another one. Thanks. Take care.